Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello out there. I am so excited this afternoon, early evening, to have a very special guest here on KAMDI Candid Conversations. And we're going to get started in just a minute. Just a few housekeeping things for you if you're joining us. Please click on the link above that says allow StreamYard access. That way we can see your name if you want to say hello to our guests and you have any comments or you want to post anything. I won't be able to see your name if you don't give them access. It's so we can see who is actually posting comments. So let us know you're here. I see people are joining us. Welcome, welcome to KAMDI Candid Conversations. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm really excited about my special guest. And I'm going to officially introduce him in just a second. We're going to get started. People are saying hello, but I'm not going to tell you who it is, O'Brien, until I welcome you. So, and my time is now. Here we go. Welcome. It is with great pleasure that I introduce and welcome to KAMDI Candid Conversations, the sensational R&B crooner and singer, Mr. O'Brien. O'Brien, thank you
Hello.
for joining us. Hello.
Oh my God. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
It is truly my pleasure. Been a fan a long time. I'm so excited. And people have been asking about you, O'Brien, so I'm glad you are here with us.
Well, I'm glad to be here. So what we going to talk about? Shoot.
We're going to talk about all kind of good stuff. All
Okay.
kind of stuff. And everyone, if you're joining us, please be sure and say hello to O'Brien. Let us know where you're from, where you are, so he knows where his people are saying hello from. So far, we got John Cunningham saying hello. Keith is saying hello. Leander Palmer. Everyone's just saying hello to you right now.
Hello.
If you have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section and be sure and give StreamYard permission. Maisha Hendricks sending you a heart sign. I hope I said her name right. So let's go ahead and get started. We got several people that have joined us. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Let me ask you something real quick, not to interrupt you, but so can you see what's going on Facebook? Should I click over there or what?
You can go right.
Let me see. You tell me if the signal changes, okay?
It won't, but go right ahead. He wants to check out his, because we're also joining on O'Brien's page. So, oh, look, Karen's here. Miss Karen White is in the house. Hey, Karen.
What's up, girl?
We know if Karen's here, we're okay because she found us, so we're good.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna go back to StreamYard because it's a delay. So I'm gonna
stay.
There
is a little delay, yes.
I'm gonna stay here with you, okay?
Okay, stay with me.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
Okay, thank you for staying with me, O'Brien. It's gonna be all right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk. We got a little bit of time, and I don't want to waste a minute of it because I'm so excited to have you here. I always like to start in the beginning. So if you could tell us how the music started for you, how you knew you wanted to be a singer, take us way back, and how did it actually begin for you, and you knew this is what I want to do.
Well, the funny thing is that I didn't really know that's what I wanted to do. Okay. I just sang all the time. You know, I was exposed to music quite a bit, you know, through my father's record collection. And we moved to California from North Carolina, you know, when I was about 13 years old. And, you know, so I started singing. You know, I had sung in talent shows, you know, elementary school and junior high. But then we left, and I got to California when I was in the 8th grade. So once I got to high school, I started singing in talent shows again. And a gentleman by the name of Dwayne Roberts, you know, heard me sing at the high school that I was at and asked me to come and join the church choir. After that, you know, I sang a lead song, and I got discovered like that. But I just been singing forever, and it wasn't like I knew that's what I wanted to do, but as a result of singing all the time and then singing in the choir and having a lady whose husband was a producer in Hollywood, she had come to church one Sunday and she heard me sing. And she told Ron Kersey about me. Shout out to Ron. He's no longer with us. But Ron took me and introduced me to Don Cornelius, and Don
Okay.
took me to Farnell Johnson, and the rest is history.
Okay. So it sounds like you enjoyed singing, but you didn't know that's really what you wanted to do.
I just sang.
You just sang because they asked you to, right? So,
well, and it wasn't always because somebody asked me to, because I would just get under my headphones
okay.
and listen to music. And so I studied voices really, really closely. I didn't just listen through the speakers, When I discovered headphones at a young age, I put them headphones on. It's like, oh, wow, this is really new. This is something different, So I was able to, just
not to interrupt you, O'Brien, but who were you listening to? Do you remember when you had those headphones?
I was listening to everybody: Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Phyllis Hyman, Nancy Wilson, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles.
Okay.
Like Stylistics, Shy Lights, you name it.
Oh yes.
Dusty Springfield. I could go on and on. So I was exposed to quite a bit, and that's how I was able to pick up on, the use of falsettas and natural tones and things, But yeah, I was listening at a young age.
Yeah, you were, and those were some great names you just mentioned. Everybody in there was phenomenal.
Yeah, I can go on, girl. Delphonics, Stylistics, all of them.
Okay, and so now tell us about Don Cornelius and that connection.
Well, like I said, it started with Ron Kersey, who had put a group together. He named the group after him. We played. It was called Have Mercy. The group was called Have Mercy, and we played once on the Queen Mary for, believe it or not, the Long Beach Policeman's Ball. And after that, the group fell apart, and Ron took me up to Don's crib, and I sang for him, and also played a song for him that we had recorded. My longtime friend, I call him my brother, Melvin Davis. We had done a demo of a song called Compassion, and Don listened to that, and then I sang at the piano, and basically after that, he asked me, was I ready to be a star, and I'm like, when?
that would be a yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it happened pretty quickly, and from there we started recording at Larrabee Sound.
Okay.
And after that, we did a number, 4 records together, and that's.
And what was it like? What was Don the person? I asked that question because there's a show out now about the whole American soul and just the type of person. You were friends with him, so you could tell us at firsthand. And we all wonder, because we love Soul Train, what it was like, what Don was like personally.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch that show.
A lot of people don't. From what I hear,
because I don't see the Don Cornelius that I knew.
Yes.
And that's okay. I think that's on purpose. I think that's by design, because they're trying to make this into a sort of I don't know. I won't call it like almost like a soap opera or something.
Yeah, there's a drama. There's drama in it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And fictitious. From what I understand, a lot of it is fictitious.
Right. So the things that I'm seeing about him, but that I watched the first 2 episodes. And I was done, because I could not. I couldn't see the man that I knew for the short time that we did work together. Don was like he was like a brother to me. I don't know about his past. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh, that's understood.
You dig what I'm saying? But as far as I'm concerned, he was like a big brother. Also, at times he was like a father to all of us. Myself, Aaron White, all of us.
Wonderful.
So I kind of looked at him, as a big brother. We called him, Big Wolf.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we called him Big Wolf because back in the day, when a person was talking smack. I'll use the word smack.
Thank you.
We thought we always said you're out here selling all these wolf tickets, and that meant when you wolfing on somebody, you talking S on somebody wolfing.
Mm-hmm.
So Don said to me and Melvin one day, he said, "Well, I'm the big wolf," because he thought we were saying wolf like the animal,
right?
But we were saying WOOF, like
yes.
all that mess. You talking all that crap, But so after that, we started calling him the Big Wolf all the time. We called him Wolf all the time.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And he is truly a legend. We love Don. We miss him. I do personally.
Like crazy, man.
Yes, truly is a legend.
Just not having his presence here, I hadn't seen him in a long, long time, but just knowing that he was alive on this earth made a difference, because you knew he was around, but just knowing that he's gone, it's always, he's always going to be missed. Always.
And the show will always be our soundtrack and our history. I would watch it. It may still come on. I don't know if it's reruns come on, but I would watch Soul Train to this day and keep watching it because it's just one of those shows. It's part of our lives.
Absolutely.
In our history.
Absolutely.
We got a few comments. Let's see. I hope he discusses how he came about the 80s Soul Train theme song. We'll talk about that in a minute. That was from Al J. Smith. Gracie Leone Leg Parker is here. The Soul Train song was fire. That's what Leander's saying. They're loving that Soul Train song, of course.
Right.
A lot of people are just saying good evening, hello to you. So everyone, if you have questions, please post them so I can read them and O'Brien can answer them for you. Feel free to post them. Thank you for joining us. So let's move on. We got up to signing and making your first 4 singles. Let's talk about where we went from there. Now we're starting to get to know O'Brien. So your first hit, when did what was it like hearing your first song on the radio, your first hit? Tell us about that process and your first single that made it and you felt like, I made it.
Well, that's sort of a funny story because John would not let me quit my job.
Oh, okay.
At first, right?
Okay.
He said, no, don't quit your job yet. So I was going to work every day, like normal, and which meant I had to get up early every morning, regardless of if we had done any type of promotion, anything like that for the record. And I'm talking about even after it came out. But so I was leading up to saying that I was at work when I heard the song. Come on. Okay. So it was really neat because I was in an environment where even all of my coworkers at the time came around my desk and we all listened to it together. And
nice.
It was like a celebration at the of all. I didn't just hear it by myself or like riding in the car or something, because you never know when it's going to come on. You don't know when it's going to come on. So I just had it on the radio station where I thought I would hear it at my desk, and when it came on, I just kind of spoke out, "It's on, it's on." And everybody came over to my desk. So it was a real, it's a surreal feeling because all you can do is just smile and just feel this thing like, that you can't really describe, it's just a joy inside of you that you feel like, oh, wow, I'm on the radio, and it's bigger than anything you can describe, really, that first feeling.
That's wonderful. So and what song was it?
The Gigolo.
Okay, I just want to make sure everybody heard that.
Gigolo.
Yes, that's wonderful. And so, did you quit that job? When did you quit, O'Brien?
I got to quit my job about 6 weeks after that.
Okay, so you didn't quit right then when you heard the song.
No, because then we had to, the single had to build up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Build up some momentum. And it got to a point where I couldn't work and do the things that I needed to do.
Right.
For my new career.
Understood.
I couldn't be in Los Angeles because I was from Orange County, and so I couldn't be in LA, going up to LA and staying late night and then trying to get to work, and so I eventually got to get off of that job.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you shared that, because sometimes I ask if you could give information to new artists or aspiring artists, and a lot of times, most of the interview gives the information as we go. But some people want to just quit right then and jump right into this business.
Yeah, and that's not wise, because
Right.
first of all, I mean, it's a new business today, but back then, you kind of need to see where this thing is going. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
although I was signed with a major label, Don knew what was best, so I just listened to him,
Okay.
and it did make a whole lot of sense, because there was nothing to do. So why stop making the money that you're making? There was nothing to do yet. The single has to build up momentum,
Right.
and it has to do what it's going to do to warrant you to be able to do other things
Mm-hmm.
that have to do with your career as a musician or as an artist. So I had if I didn't have a job, it would have been different. But
Right.
I worked for the government at the time.
Okay.
So, I wasn't, I wasn't just going to throw that away.
Yeah, you had a real job. That's what you said.
I had a real job.
That's right. You had a real job with a real desk.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Erica, we'll get into that. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the questions though, since they're coming. Eric Ali is asking, are you still performing?
Yeah, I'm still performing. I mean, I mean, ain't nobody performing now.
Right. We're gonna talk about what you're doing during COVID.
Yeah.
Haven't done anything lately.
Right. But yeah, I'm still performing. I was doing, shows, obviously by myself, and also I was performing with Karen White.
Yes.
We had just gone to South Africa. We did the Soul Train cruise, which was all just a complete, just utter lifetime experience. Both of those things. I mean, going to South Africa and then doing the Soul Train cruise it was phenomenal. Really. So, but yeah, I'm still performing. I mean, we things will pick up, obviously, after we hope God bless us all to get through this.
Yes,
but
we're talking about
I
that.
don't know how things are going to be from here on out. But we're working on putting together online concerts and our online show.
Right.
I don't want to be personally. I don't want to be in front of the camera every day. That's just you dig what I'm saying? It's like I want to do a show and make it a show.
Yeah. And
then let it sit for a while and go and write some more music. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm an old school cat. And I feel that absence makes the heart grow fonder. You can't miss somebody if you see them all the time. And I'm just not that cat. I mean, they say right now, this is what we need to do in this era. And Karen will tell you, it's like pulling hen's teeth with me. I don't know.
It's okay. There's something to be said. It's making us miss. I'm speaking for myself, and I know a lot of the fans of Unsung miss the live music. We miss the interaction. We miss it's nothing like a live band and you singing to me on stage. There's nothing replaces it. Not the camera, not online. Nothing replaces that. And it is making the heart grow fonder, because I know I'm really anxious to get to a concert. But
and likewise. I mean, just like when we were trying to put together a show and everything, and an online show, and one of the things my sister Karen wanted, she wanted people there, even if it was just a few, and that's because the same way you guys feel for us. I mean, as an audience, we feed off of the audience.
Right.
As well.
Right.
Now we can still sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But there's nothing like performing live. Absolutely nothing in this world. And so yeah, I'm hoping that things get better
in due time. Yes, we'll get there. Got another question for you from Keith. What surprised you most about the business side of music?
that most of us artists make pennies on the dollar compared to the record company. And
Okay.
that's just, a nickel out of a dollar, for lack of a more precise. But anyway, what I'm saying is that you don't. It's not what you think.
I understand. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you expect.
Well, yeah, from the outside looking in, from your fans and from us as the audience, people assume that if you are an entertainer or singer, you're making a lot of money automatically. I think
that ain't true.
Right. And what you're saying is it surprised you on the other side to see how little you actually are making compared to the record companies. I'm thinking that's what you're saying.
Exactly. Now, I mean, you make up for that. I mean, with your live shows, provided that you can get live shows. But yeah, that was a big surprise, but I was a kid,
How old were you, O'Brien?
I was 18.
Were you just 18 when you first started?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you were.
I was 17 when I was discovered, and then Don waited till I was 18 to sign me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean those album covers? You was just 18?
18.
Some of them.
Especially the very first one.
Yes.
Yeah, I was 18. So yeah, I was a baby.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I was going to say something about the young ladies that saw those covers, but I'm going to leave that alone right now.
Well, how come? Well, you don't have to do.
That's okay. I don't know if they knew how old you were, or if they cared.
No, they didn't. And what's so funny is because like most of the fan mail would be, I'm talking about 9 years old all the way up.
Wow.
Fans that were still in, because and I noticed this. It's like I would go into the grocery store even now, and you go by a magazine rack, and the little girls that are reading those music magazines, I don't even know some of the names of the publications now, but they're young. They're 10, 9, 10 on up. Oh, he's cute. Yeah. But I'm like looking at wow. I remember those days of getting those the fan mail from people as young as 9 years old. And looking at little cute boys
Right On
in the Right On magazine.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember ours. I remember that. I'm just saying. But today,
but I'm saying for us, it was Right On.
It was right. It was Right On. It was Black Beat.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I go into a store today and you see little girls looking at these magazines, and I'm like, God, they so young, Yeah. But then I remember too that they were so young when even with the fan mail that I would get, very young. Anyway,
and some were very old too, weren't they?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Amber Hawkins is saying the show you did with Karen White was excellent. I saw it online from her page. Enjoyed the rehearsals also.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm sure she's listening. She probably heard that.
Yes, I'm sure she's watching. She had popped in here. I'm not sure if she's still here, but yes. And you are a pleasant surprise because Karen, if I'm not mistaken, she doesn't tell people you're with her, does she? I know the one I was watching one time, she had a surprise. It was a surprise and you came out and everybody lost their minds.
Birmingham.
It was I wasn't sure which
Birmingham, okay. The very first one. Yeah, and we were trying to make it a surprise,
Very nice.
But yeah, I think there's probably a few people that do know that we have been singing together that they might expect it now. But Birmingham was I can't even say that because at the Soul Train cruise, it was a surprise to everybody there for sure. That was a surprise.
Oh yeah. That's a great surprise though when you come out, and I've heard it and you sound great. I can't wait. I haven't been in person. I've only seen it online and clips of it. So I can't wait to come and see you all live. I'm looking forward to it. And Karen is here. She said thank you. She's on here. Um, oh, Al J. Smith is saying, I was one of those young girls reading the Right On magazine, the sections of stories, the Right On and Black Beat in the 80s. So we got them on here. They're
There you
still
go.
here.
That's right.
And yes, Karen says you blew them away. Okay. So let's move on. Let's talk about, well, do you have any funny stories about fans that you can remember that you want to share? Anything that stands out or
Well, I have a couple of incidents. Let me see. When I was playing in Hampton, Virginia, with Marvin Gaye, and
wow.
I had just come off the stage. I opened for him that night, and this is not necessarily a good story, but it's not really a bad story either.
Okay.
But it's kind of funny because so I come off the stage and I'm walking down. I've got my security guy with me. I'm walking down the hallway, getting you come out from backstage and start walking in this open area because it was an arena.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're walking down the way here, and all of a sudden I get somebody jumps on my back and throws their arms around me.
Okay.
And their hand came across my face, and one of their nails clipped my eye.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm sort of pissed.
I guess.
But I'm not mad at the fan. I'm pissed off at my security guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it, Reggie. Where are you? And anyway, so I went to my dressing room like this.
Oh,
man. We kept laughing about it because it's like, well, I didn't know she was coming. And it's like,
you need some new security.
yeah, too busy, and God bless his soul. He's gone now too. It's it's so sad because a lot of the people that I used to rock with, they're gone. Shout out to Varnell Johnson. He's still here. Chuck Johnson is still here. But Don and Ron and Reggie, Rutherford, all three of those cats are gone. And it's like we had some of the best times, though. I swear we did.
A lot of wonderful memories. You've performed alongside some huge names. You just mentioned Marvin Gaye. That was in
oh my God! You can't even look. When I got home off of that tour, it wasn't too much longer after that Marvin.
We lost him.
We lost him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at home. I hear it come on the radio. Marvin Gaye is gone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm messed up already, right?
Yeah.
And this was before they got to the part that his father shot him.
Howie. Mm-hmm.
So I was crushed. I had never in my wildest dreams ever imagined a father shooting their son under any circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Under any circumstances. And so it was just a real, I couldn't even explain it.
Yeah.
I just broke down.
Tough one, but you knew him personally, so I'm sure it was even more tough.
I met him. I didn't know him okay, but I met him. You know what I'm saying? But to perform with him,
right?
Night,
to be part of his tour,
yeah, you feel like you feel connected either way.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's just crazy. So anyway, yeah.
Let's
get off that subject.
Yes, okay. I'm sorry, but my point was, what a privilege you've played alongside and open for so many wonderful. I mean, that's a legend in itself. Marvin Gaye, say no more.
Yeah, absolutely.
OJ's Whispers. There's other ones that you have. I assume you opened or?
Maze, Frankie Beverly and Maze. Yeah, definitely the Whispers cameo.
Oh yes, those were the '80s folks right there.
Oh, yeah, the Budweiser Superfest back in the
Oh,
day.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, we had Barcades, everybody.
Oh yes, good times.
Yeah, very good times.
Do you have a most memorable performance?
Wow. Birmingham, Alabama. And I can't remember what it was called. I recently got the name of what it was called when I went to Birmingham with Karen and hooked up with the promoter from back then that put the show on. But there were 20,000 people there. And the first year. And so the next year we went on tour, and we had actually come back home. And because I had the greatest time there. I thought this was just an unbelievable show. It was in an open field type situation. I think it was a football field. Well, God damn it. Sorry, that was a wasp.
He is outside, and this is live. Yeah. And the bugs don't care.
Right. So, but anyway, so we had such a good time there, and I think the fans had such a great time as well, that the very next year we didn't go to Birmingham while we were out. And then we got all the way home. Don calls me up and he says, John Ray called and he wants you to come back out on the road and come to Alabama. That's how much fun and what a great show we had in Alabama. John Ray told Don that we're not putting this show on without O'Brien. Can you please?
Wow.
We had to go back out on the road just to go to Alabama for the following year of the event that we had done prior. Okay. So that's one of my favorite shows.
But that's great. You had love there. They had to have you back. So.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
That's wonderful. Great. So we got a question here. What artists are on your playlist now? Keith is asking that. Who are you listening to now?
Well, you'll be surprised to know that I don't listen to too much new stuff.
Okay.
But I do like certain people.
Okay. Who do you like now? The artists that are out now.
There's so many. I mean, the thing about it, it's like, and I hate to say this, but a lot of artists today, I can't tell them apart.
It's true though.
I'm just being honest. The male singers that stand out to me, obviously, Eric Benet. There's a young cat named Javier Colon who sings his behind off and nobody knows about him. There's just a lot.
Okay, I have to write that name down.
I like her. But there's so much music that we're bombarded with, artist after artist after artist after art today, and I don't know why that is, but I can't keep up.
What was the name you said, O'Brien? Who did you say?
Javier Colon. He's a young boy.
Okay, I'm
look for a song called "Slow Motion" by Javier Colon. And,
I like the name. Okay, I am going to look it up.
He was on he won one of the contests on television. I can't remember. It wasn't
The Voice,
American Idol. It might have been The Voice. I don't know, but
okay.
I think it was The Voice or America's Got Talent. I don't know, but one of
those. It's okay. We'll find them. But thank you for that. Let's talk about your songs and the music, because you've got quite a few hits, and I put out there on Fans of Unsung page. I asked people to what their favorite one was. I shared what mine was, and I wanted to see. And there was, it was all over the place. I mean, everybody has their own, and some were the same. But I was quite intrigued by how many the different songs that people said were their favorite. They weren't duplicated a lot. So I thought that was interesting. So let's talk about, we kind of already mentioned Gigolo. So Love Light, their number one song. Tell us about Love Light and performing it and what you thought about it. And did you have a favorite of your songs?
Well,
is that a hard question? Not fair.
Well, it's not that it's not fair. It's like I think the album First that I did in 2007 has some of my favorite songs on it.
Okay.
As far as Love Light was a take on a song by an artist named Yutaka Yokokuru. He was a Japanese artist, and he had a song called Love Light that I heard before I was discovered. His Love Light was a really sweet kind of love song, kind of, you know.
Oh, okay.
It was different. When I heard the track that I had written, Love Light just came to my mind, and it's like, so I went with Baby Turn On Your Love Light.
Right.
Yutaka Yokokuru's song was When Our Love Light Shines, It Makes the Whole World Brighter. It was one of those type of songs. And so I figured, well, if his was about, you know, when our love light shines, it makes the whole world brighter. I'm like, well, what I wanted to write about was, hey, can we get that light turned on, please? Because for me, it was like the love light was the red light in the bedroom.
Okay.
I mean, that was my idea of the love light, you know.
Okay.
So like, okay, turn it on. Let's, you know. Anyway, that might be too much information.
It's okay.
So what else did you want to ask me?
Oh, Brian. Okay. Yes, we are G-rated.
Right.
So I wanted to talk about some of your other songs. And I think actually this might be a good time. We'll see. We got some fans here. Let's see how well they know O'Brien's songs. We'll see what they're going to do with this. You know, we have our KAMDI mini mix. And let me go ahead and add DJ Doc to the stream. There he is.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on?
Hello. How are you?
How you doing? Nice to meet you, O'Brien. I heard a lot of your music, man, and I'm feeling it.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're back there rocking it for us.
Oh, yeah.
So you ready to rock?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so everybody, we've got our KAMDI mini mix, and we're going to see what you all know about O'Brien. Let's see if you can name these songs. So I'm going to hand it over to DJ Doc and let him take it away. It's on you, Doc.
All right. Y'all ready for this?
DJ Doc. Rock Town
Let's see if y'all can name the name.
See if y'all can name these songs. Everybody get busy up in here. So O'Brien.
Somehow it just never seems to be all ordered together.
Hey!
Watch this go.
God has made us all in love. It's true.
Hey.
Yes. I want to get y'all the answers, but I can't. That's O'Brien right there. He's still at it too. Check this one out, though.
It's Saturday. I see the golden sun shining
Tell us if y'all know that song right there.
Put your blues away and you can just be happy.
Not over here.
Let's go today. I can't wait no longer. Tell me, girl, I've got to know. Should you be my leader? Can't you see that I need you?
Right. What you know about this one?
Funny the way things change over time and space. I remember the look of love on your face.
Thank you, DJ Doc.
Inseparable, you were the kind, baby, living in a little
No
tight.
problem, no problem.
All right. Thank you so much.
Folks, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for that mini mix. We got some fans over here. They are naming them all, O'Brien. So you know they got them. I was
got it.
some of them are mad because it ended so quick. But I'm sorry, I have no control. It's only an hour show.
No, that's no problem.
Doc, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Doc. Appreciate
no problem.
you.
All right, I'll see you in a minute.
All
okay.
Right, take care.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So, yeah, they got almost all of them. I'm looking over here, Brian. They're naming it. Somebody's mad about something. I don't know.
Let me see. Who mad?
Grace. I think she was trying to get them and they were ending so fast. I think they were trying to type fast. But that's okay. You guys did a great job. Great mix. And I wanted to talk a little because, you know, so I wanted to get up and dance, honestly, O'Brien. My husband was in the other room, though, so I couldn't. So I couldn't do it. But Stillwater, you and I is my all-time favorite. That's a lot of people's favorite. But let's talk about You and I just for a minute, because I told you when we were talking offline, I didn't know that wasn't the original. That was my original because I had not heard under attack.
Boy. Gosh, if
For
I
those
get
of you
done.
that might just be hearing the audio, O'Brien is fighting a bug right now. You don't understand what's going on and you can't see him.
I swear if it land, look, and I don't have nothing out here to hit it with.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
We're almost done. We're almost done. We just took a brief intermission so he can get something to kill the wasp with.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, You and I, my favorite, I absolutely will always love that song. It's one of my top slow jam songs, period. But I thought it was your song. It took me a long time to figure out that you were not the original of You and I. And somebody just posted that yesterday or today that they didn't know that either. So people,
right. I think that's because people, you know, Stevie's version was never on the radio. Stevie's version was an album cut, and it was a legato type song, you know. What Melvin and I did, we took and we put a beat to it, and I think we were, when I say Melvin Davis, you know, we were roommates for a minute when we started working on this whole thing together, and I think the template may have been "Don't Ask My Neighbor" from the Emotions at that time, and he was playing chords and stuff, you know. And it's like I come out and I start singing "You and I" to it, and so we just went with it from there, and it became my most cherished song. I mean, Stevie even had to say, "Who that messing with my song?" You know,
you may have to explain that, O'Brien. You may have to explain that. They may have not got that. You might have to explain. What did Stevie say? I asked you what.
Don and I, you know, after we did the song, you know, we actually went over to Stevie's Wonderland Studios. Mm-hmm. Don took me to actually meet him, and Stevie said, you know, when he heard it on the radio, he was like, "Who that messing with my song?" You know, and then he, you know, of course he gave me a hug and was like, "Man, you did a great job," you know. And then he kicked my behind in air hockey with his cheat.
Air hockey?
With his cheating self. No, I'm just kidding.
He was cheating, okay.
He wasn't cheating, you know. I mean, come on, you know, Stevie. But just for him to even be able to catch the puck with his hand, you know, you're not supposed to use your hand, but I mean, come on, he's blind, so just to even be able to catch the puck to keep you from scoring. I scored a few times, but he beat me a couple of times.
That's got to be a classic story right there.
Oh, I wish there was film of it. It was one of the funnest nights I've ever had in my life.
And I absolutely love air hockey. You played air hockey with Stevie Wonder. Did he beat you?
At Wonderland Studios. Yes, he did. And it was funny because there were, the whole night was a great experience because, you know, Stevie being that he was Stevie Wonder, I mean, there are vendors there trying to get him to buy their products. I mean, synthesizer people. You know, I'm crazy about synthesizers. So I'm over there. Fairlight is there trying to, Synclavier is there trying to show him the new Fairlight, Synclavier, or whatever. But, you know, Oberheim people, I think, were there. And it was just a great night, you know, and it was after those experiences that we played air hockey together.
That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. You know, I'm getting Karen saying, well, two people are saying the DJ didn't play I'm Freaky. I'm sorry. We only had a few minutes to do the mix. So they're still talking about I'm Freaky over here. Not I'm Freaky. For those, that's a song, everybody. That's a song, O'Brien's song, I'm Freaky.
That's a song. That's a song, y'all.
That's right. Karen is, she said, I'm fancy now. We had a candid conversation with Karen. I didn't have a DJ, so she said, I'm fancy now. I didn't graduate, I guess. But Karen said, let's hear a little bit of that falsetto. I didn't ask. Karen White is requesting to hear a little bit of that falsetto. I'm just saying. You want to sing? I'll give you a minute.
She's talking about, she wants me to sing?
Yeah, that would be you. Yes. She wants.
I can't even think of a song to sing in falsetto.
I just take you and I, and it's not falsetto, but it's just my favorite. And she said, "Let us see that rock star tattoo." Karen, all in.
This girl.
It's not me. That's Karen. She can get away with it.
You talking about this?
Yeah, she's talking about this.
See that? You can't see it.
See it a little bit. I'm moving like it's gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
That way. What?
But anyway.
Oh my goodness! What is it? I can't tell what it is.
It's an elephant, an owl, a scarab beetle, and the eye of Ra.
Wow!
Look, I can't. Let me see if I can.
You have to move your camera. Watch out for the bugs.
Can you see it?
Oh yes, now we can see it. Wow. Yes. Very nice. Is there a story behind that? What made you choose that, or is that a long story that you don't want to share?
That's a long story. Okay. You can look the things up. You know, look up the owl. Look up the elephant.
Okay.
What they mean. The scarab beetle.
Okay. I figured there's meaning behind it all.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. The owl obviously is the wise old owl.
Yes.
And the elephant also, not only is it they very loyal, they're family oriented, but they're strong.
Okay.
So that's why the tattoo has the elephant at the bottom, because it's the strength, it's the legs of the whole. You know what I mean? My character is to be on a solid foundation at all times.
Okay.
You know? And at the top of that is the wisdom. You know.
I love it. I love that meaning. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks, Karen, for that tip.
Why she just anyway. I love you. It's all right.
So we're almost actually out of time, but I definitely want to talk about your new single, because I want to make sure people hear about that and know where to get it from. So tell us about your new single. That was the last song for those of you who didn't know what the last song was. They were guessing. I was trying to see if, we should not have let Karen play this. Name the songs on the mix.
Oh. She getting them all.
Of course she is. But you want to tell everybody, share a little bit about the newest single, your newest release?
Well, the new song is called Sometimes, and it's available everywhere. iTunes, anywhere that you buy music, Amazon. I would go to Amazon. Sorry, iTunes, don't beat me up for that. But
okay,
it's easy to do over there. But Sometimes is the new single. Originally, I wrote it just a tad bit before we went on lockdown.
Okay.
It was about, just relationships and how sometimes, even though you can love somebody to death, they get on your damn nerves. At times. Sometimes I wish I could just go for a walk. Sometimes I wish, so, but then we went on lockdown and I hadn't released it yet. So, and I was so busy trying to figure out what the heck COVID-19 was for so many weeks and so many months, that after I kind of got a grip on where we were with this virus and everything, it dawned on me too that, wow, this is so perfect, because boy, when we all got locked up together,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people in new relationships, people in old relationships, people, kids. It became even more relevant, because you can't go nowhere now. So you talk about sometimes, you really want to just say bye-bye because of the little arguments that you have, the little disagreements, the not being on the same page about the children and how you want to raise them, and this, that, and the other. You got people that are going through all types of things, and so I released sometimes during the lockdown because it was just so appropriate,
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
But it's that's the new song, and that's sort of the history behind it. But
Okay.
and it still works. It's gonna work from now on, because there's somebody somewhere that's always going to be. You're gonna love them to death, whether it's your children or your significant other, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. That there's going to be times when maybe you just, man, I wish I could just, girl, please, just, sometimes I love you to death, but sometimes you get on my last nerve, and that's the truth.
Can you sing the hook to that? Karen said that too. I'm just saying.
Oh my God! You know what, Karen?
She's helping me out, making this real easy for me. Thank you, Karen, my friend.
But I know she's just over there. Well, the song was funny the way things change over time and space. I remember the look of love upon your face. Used to be so happy, inseparable, two of a kind, baby, living in a little tiny bubble. Now I can't stand the way that you call my name. Better the sound of the wind as I'm driving away.
Sing it.
Anyway,
I love it.
I don't want to be impossible. Allow me to explain myself. All right, so you asking me to sing out here in this dry heat.
You still sound good.
But anyway.
Just teasing me. I want to hear You and I. That's what I want to hear. But
I don't know why y'all didn't play it.
He did play You and I.
No, it's all good.
He played it.
I actually thought you were going to play the single.
Oh, well, he only has so much time, so he had to mix it all up.
I feel you.
So everybody got a little bit of something, but I'll go play it afterwards, I guess. I'll go listen to it myself.
Yeah, so y'all asking for
You
anyway.
You don't have to sing anymore, right?
What you want me to sing?
Me? Yeah, You and I is me. That's my favorite and my choice. But you don't have to sing anything if you don't want to.
How about, well, I wonder if you know.
That works too.
You've been on my mind.
Woo.
It's true, girl. Been dreaming of the time that I can be a part of your world. Hey, baby, can I spend some time with you? Baby, 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 just us two. Darling, give me your hand. Say that I can be your man, and I will never let you down. You'll ask me if I love you. All I can do is say, oh, lady, I love you. I love you.
I love you too,
And
Brian.
met a girl so right, and I pray that you can love me too. Oh, I need you more than sunlight. Lady, I love you, baby, tonight.
Thank you, O'Brien. Thank
Oh, I'm not
you.
prepared to sing, I tell you.
I know. I'm sorry. Karen did that. Blame it on. We're gonna blame it on Karen.
That's all right. I'm trying to fulfill your wishes.
Thank you very much. That was awesome. I thank you. Not everybody does that for me, so thank you, O'Brien.
I got a little thing going on with my throat right now, but you know.
You sound great. You're sitting outside too, so that doesn't help. But
It's all good. No, it's all right. You know,
singing the thing.
I'm singing.
You know what? People may not know the connection of you and Karen. I guess we better explain. How are you connected to Karen, for lack of a better term? So people may not know the story.
Oh my gosh, we go so far back. You know, in the beginning, you know, Karen, she was introduced to me by my keyboard player and good friend Bruce Sterling, and Michael Norfleet told me about her. I think she was in a band called Legacy with Michael Norfleet, who was my keyboard player. So she auditioned to sing background. Mm-hmm. Prior to that audition, I had already seen her sing at the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. She sang "Through the Fire" by Shaka Khan, and I was like, "Ooh, that's who I want to sing with me," you know. And so when she came to audition, I was trying to listen for everybody else, and there were some good singers there too. But Karen had a thing. There was a thing in Karen's voice that not everybody had. There were great singers there. There were good singers there. Mm-hmm. But Karen had this thing and that's why she's who she is today. Mm-hmm. You know, so we go way back. You know, she came out on the road with me, singing background. And a matter of fact, that very same, I think she was at that show where I sang with Marvin Gaye.
Oh, okay.
Karen, you know, and I'm gonna tell on you, not on you, but she used to get some of the dirtiest looks from the women in the audience because people thought that Karen was like, "Who you? You his girlfriend?" Mm-hmm. She had to tell you about that, but she would get some dirty looks. People would mess with, you know, look at her like, "I know you ain't with him. You better not be with him."
Yeah,
but we go way back to and we're like brothers and sisters, you know.
Right.
We are brother and sister. You know?
And so for those of you that didn't know, I wanted them to hear that Karen White, the Superwoman, yes, you all, used to be O'Brien's background singer, vocalist, and they've been friends ever since and carries on to this day. And Karen, thank you so much for chiming in here and saying hello and joining the chat this afternoon. Karen said haters. Yeah, they were haters.
They were, you know.
They were. So, Brian, before we close up, can you tell everybody where they can find you or follow you to make sure? And I will continue to share your new single on the Fans of Unsung page and with everyone on the KAMDI group as well. Okay, well, I'm at O'Brien Music at Instagram, even though I'm not over there that much. You know, I'm always trekking around Facebook here at O'Brien Media at Facebook.com. Okay. But you can find me just by typing in O'Brien Burnett II. Shout out to my father too, who is at home watching. I hope you feel better, Daddy. I love you, and my mom, all of you, my whole family, everybody. So, yes. Hello to O'Brien's family. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, O'Brien, on behalf of Luther McCrae, Amherst McCrae, who is the founder of the Fans of Unsung page. I don't know if he was able to join us today, but he welcomes you, and he's done a great job on this forum, and we're partners on there. Okay. And on myself, we want to just thank you so much for taking the time to come see us. Please come back and see us. We want to support you. You know we will. Yes. Let's do it again. Absolutely. We want to support you in any way we can. We're going to make sure we continue to share your music and talk about you, and anything we can do for you, let us know. Okay.
I will. Thank you so much for
And
having me.
you're welcome. Stay safe in this COVID, and we'll see you soon.
All right, you too. Thank you
Thanks
so much.
everybody for joining us. If you missed any of this, I will post this on my YouTube channel, Tanya Hawley, and also it'll be on the Fans of Unsung page and the KAMDI group. Have a great evening and a great Sunday, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.